Just to set the context for this video, this is a part of my personal YouTube channel for online dating, and the purpose of this specific video is to talk about what it means to have a growth mindset and long, amazing conversations with your bestie. A growth mindset is a belief system that says that problems and challenges are all solvable with an attitude of excitement and confidence, that if you just work at it, you'll get the solution or develop the skill. Now, I probably will never be a better swimmer than Michael Phelps, but with work, I could become what I consider to be personally great when it comes to swim racing if I dedicate myself to it. Or I may not know how to do this one type of math problem today, but it doesn't matter. I look at it with a growth mindset, knowing that one day I will, because I'm going to work at it and I will get there. Now, I spent 25 years married to someone who, in general, does not have a growth mindset. I don't have to get married again, but there is no way I will spend lots of romantic time with someone who does not have a growth mindset. Life is just too short to do that anymore. Now, say you and I were to be romantic partners for a long time. You have some interests, I have some interests. Some of them are the same, some of them are different, and both are important. Why? Because we won't spend forever talking about the things we have in common. You see, I love conversations. I like them a lot. I can do them with a fox, I can do them in a box, I can do them with a mouse, I can do them in a house, I can do them here and there, I can do them anywhere. Yes, I read a lot of Dr. Seuss to my kids. Eventually, you and I will be done talking about what we already agree on. And then I will be, before then, but then we'll talk about what we don't already agree on or don't already do, or that we don't already have in common. And I'm going to give you a little hint. I'm going to be incredibly interested in who you are. I mean, I'm already just beyond curious. What do you like? What do you think about? What do you find interesting? I would love to talk about those things. And then if you don't have a growth mindset, well, yeah, see, because then we're going to run out of things to talk about. But if you do have a growth mindset, all the time that I've been knowing you, you'll have been learning new things. And so will I. And then we'll still talk about those things. My parents were teachers, and I'm just addicted to learning and addicted to growing. And a day that I didn't learn something is a wasted day of an amazing gift, this amazing gift called life. And if that doesn't excite you, well, that's okay, but we probably aren't a good match. And if nobody wants to live like that with me, well, I probably have a big challenge in front of me. And if I believe that nobody did want to live like that with me, I wouldn't be doing this. I totally believe that. I know that somebody wants to. Trust me, 5 years from now, I probably will change my strategic framework for finding you if I haven't found you by then. But at this point, you have a decent idea of who I am and what would work with me and what would be pushing a rock up a hill. And you can swipe left with confidence. And that's okay. Like I said, I don't want to spend time with the wrong person. Divorce is expensive. I could have done that with what's her name. No, or you can swipe right with confidence, and I think of this as a win-win. So next video, all right? This topic is done. Now you should pick another one, assuming you're still interested. And if you just let this video expire in about, 3 minutes, YouTube will pick another one for you. So you're not supposed to be doing anything other than, okay, I want to pick one. So if pick one, the next one is absolutely critical, just in life. It is the hardest lesson most painful lesson I've ever learned, which is, what does it mean when somebody says the words, I love you? And trust me, it's good stuff. And I'm reasonably analytical, and so the one after that is on my Myers-Briggs personality profile, plus things that I like to do for fun when I allow myself, which isn't that much these days. And then one is about encouraging people not to be shy and just what it means to be on dating apps, and a little bit of commiseration of this wonderful hell we've invented. And then, of course, there's the one about this little piece of jewelry right here, which is called an intention stick. Okay, there's a little piece of jewelry right here called an intention stick, which is about living your life with intent, and you keep it close to your heart. No, that is the last one. Okay, all right. Okay, so pause this video, rewind it, whatever, and I'm going to tell you a joke, and then after that, YouTube is going to start picking videos for you. And since this is a small channel, I can almost guarantee you it'll have nothing to do with me. So here's a joke, if you're still here, and a self-effacing one at that. This is about engineers. A doctor, a lawyer, and an engineer are all golfing, and there's a lady or a person who comes along in the golf course who drives a golf cart, and she sells beer and all kinds of other things, you know, and to the people while they're out golfing. And as she's talking to the engineer and the doctor and the lawyer, one of them mentions, hey, you know, the people in front of us playing golf, they're taking a long time. They're really, really, really slow. Do you think you could ask them to play through for us? And she's like, oh, no. Oh, and she's, you know, a little bit, you know, unsettled, and she's like, oh, no, those are local heroes. You see, they're firefighters who all got blinded in an explosion when they were saving children from a burning orphanage. And the doctor goes, oh, that is so amazing. And she's like, yeah, they golf here for free for their entire life. They're like royalty here. Oh, wow, the doctor says, you know, I'm doing some research in ophthalmological things. I think I can maybe connect them with resources that might help them gain their sight back. And the lawyer says, you know, I can help them with their American with Disabilities Act, you know, stuff. And the engineer looks around and says, why don't you just make them play at night? All right, next video. Or not.